What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. It is the 22nd day of June, and here we are sitting at $202.40. Shout out to the Dragon Riders. Shout out to the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. 10 hours, 34 minutes left in the day. Let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about this. So, we've seen a hell of a drop indeed, my friends. And I mean, we expected the price to dump from up here. We started to get our suspicion on. I did not expect in my wildest dreams that we would drop all the way down here. I mean, I thought we would at least hold 250. I did suspect that we'd get below 300, but I didn't think it'd be this fast. I really did not think it'd be this fast. This is a crazy, crazy movement, you guys, overall. And on top of that, let's see. I mean, we didn't even hold the areas that we expected to hold, right? We take this, yeah, we are literally just below this trend line here, connecting these 2 points, just below it there, which again, this is kind of a sweet spot. Typically, it's just below these trend lines that you do find support, and we have found a little bit of support here. So, right, these trend lines, everybody expects that you'd find support right here. And then if you go down here, that means it's broken. That means it's going to zero. But the thing is, you've already had your drop. So this little bit extra is just the market makers playing with you. People capitulate, they sell at the worst possible time, they go short at the worst possible time, and then, well, we start to move back up. And again, a lot of this dumping, a lot of this drop happened with the complete absence of volume. I mean, the volume really didn't come in until this day here, when we were all the way down. We were at this day. It was the 3rd of June. The drop started on the 10th of May. So we saw basically a month of moving down without any real volume backing it up. This looks like it's a lot of volume, but again, we zoom out here and you can see that even that huge spike that we saw, this is really not that much volume in the context of Bitcoin Cash's history. A move like this to the upside had far more volume than what we saw here. So I do have my immense suspicion that we could see some type of massive recovery here for Bitcoin Cash in time. I mean, maybe it happens right now, perhaps, and more likely we kind of meander, we consolidate, we do our thing down here, and then we get some kind of rally, whatever the case is. I think that we will be boring for a time. That's been the suspicion, since the middle of this month. It'll probably be the suspicion until we start to see signs that we're ready to move up higher. But still, a very good time to buy Bitcoin Cash. I'm not making as many videos on it because not a whole lot's going on, right? I mean, maybe from the fundamental side, the developmental side, maybe there's some interesting stuff going on, but from a price action side, which is my forte, not really. There's not a whole lot going on. We're in the same area here, and I would expect that, in a month from now, we're going to be in the same area, whether it's 202, 232, 182, whatever. We're going to be in the same area, probably doing stuff like this, or like this, or like this, or like this for months on end. We look at this on the 1 hour time frame. $202, a little bit of a wick to the upside. Not a whole lot of volume coming in to the upside here. It's actually dying off as you're moving higher. So I suspect we do find resistance somewhere around here. Rejecting the overbought zone, stochastics overbought, and the MACD just crossed above the zero. There's some good things going on, but there's also some negative things. I mean, if we do continue to move higher, I wouldn't expect anything crazy or rambunctious. I think that we'll probably come back down a little bit here and continue chopping it up, probably to the upside. The closer we are to 200 and below 200, the more bullish in the immediate term that I would be. The closer we are to like 230, 300, anywhere in that zone, I suppose, I would be more bearish in the immediate term. If we're looking at this on the 4 hour time frame, this does have a nice setup for a double bottom. Actually, you've got this nice kind of U and a U here. It might be an Eve and Eve double bottom. It's kind of interesting. If we do move up and it is a double bottom, again, I mean, we could see prices, I wasn't just saying it for fun, we could see prices all the way up at, around $300. 300, 280, something like that. If we do see this, it's possible that we're seeing this vibrant recovery that takes us back to where we were before this drop ever occurred. I just think it'll take more time than what we've been given so far. So, maybe we find resistance here. All I'm trying to say is if we come up here, don't be so ready to throw it all in at $300. Now, if you think about it, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, $300, is a phenomenal price for Bitcoin Cash. It's a very, very cheap price for Bitcoin Cash. You know, here we are at $200 though. It's much cheaper at $200 than it is at $300. I think if you wait, even if we see something like this happen, if you wait, you'll probably be able to buy at these same prices, maybe even lower prices. Who knows? But all in this area, right? We're going to be chopping it up for months to come. It might even be a year. Who knows? I think we're forming a base, a very long formed base here. But with this possible idea of a double bottom, if this is an Eve and Eve double bottom, you know, we might see something that takes us right around 280. She ain't 280. You know how it goes. 4-hour time frame, looking at the indicators. Higher lows on the RSI. You kind of broke out of this uptrend though, but you're still being resilient. I mean, you look good. Stochastics look good. Choppy, wonky, but good. MACD's bearish, but you're building bullish momentum. Good enough. Daily time frame. Daily time frame finding support at the oversold zone. You've got slightly lower low. I don't think it is bullish divergence, actually. No, you don't have a lower low there in the context of closing. But still, this looks good. It's not bullish divergence, but it's, I mean, maybe it is, right? Divergence, we think of it as a low here, a lower low here, a low here, a higher low here. But really, the idea is it's diverging from price action. And what we have here is practically a double bottom. This low is a little bit higher, but it's a little bit higher. It's practically a double bottom. We look at the RSI, this is not practically a double bottom. It's a significant, substantial higher low. So in a sense, that is actually bullish divergence. And finding support at the RSI right there with daily bullish divergence, I mean, that's bullish, you guys. It's very bullish. Stochastics have been oversold for a while. You've been oversold, and when you were oversold, I mean, you were dying, man. You were just slowly dying. Now we've been oversold. We've been flirting with death, and all we've done is just move sideways. All the sellers are gone. What happens when there's no more sellers? There's only buyers left. You only move up. You don't move down. There's no more sellers. Nobody's going to sell it here who didn't sell it at all these prices. You know what I mean? And maybe a little bit. Maybe there's some forced manipulation or price action or leverage positions that need to be covered. Whatever the case may be. It's not that the price can't go lower. I don't suspect that we go too much lower from here. And really, looking at this daily time frame, it looks like we want to turn up. The RSI is showing it. The stochastics are showing it. And the MACD is building bullish momentum. Overall, very bearish. Clearly, we're very bearish overall. But there's a little spark of bullishness right here. So let's look at this on the weekly time frame and be done with it, okay? From a high to a low, first target, primary target would be $260. Makes a lot of sense that would be the primary target because that's where we found support before and a lot of resistance back here. You know, if you think about it, back here we consolidated for a long time. It was, you know, from like September till January that we consolidated. We could see something much like that zone over there where we're just up and down and all around for months on end. Maybe it's a little bit wider. Maybe we go a little bit lower. Who knows? But, you know, at this point, I mean, I would suspect that we don't get below $164. We probably don't get too much above $300. But the primary target from here would be 260 at the current price. That's 27%. Not a bad move. And again, if you don't have the balls to buy it here, please don't have the brains to buy it here, okay? Because it's not going to be a good time to buy. I bet if you wait, you'll probably have a better opportunity to buy as time goes on. Even if it goes up, you might be so smart for a day or three, but it probably comes back down. I wouldn't be surprised if we flirted with this zone a lot over the months to come, maybe even over the year to come. First zone 260, next zone would be $312 to 382, and we can wick through that. So I mean, 312, maybe 362, something in this area. We really could come up there. This is where things get a little bit tricky because again, with this movement, with how low volume it was and how fast it was, we could see some crazy stuff, man. We really could. We get up here, if we see a crazy move up here by the end of the year, it's completely possible that we'll never return to these prices of $200 or lower ever again. And it's still not a good time to buy here, you know, wait for a pullback, whatever, but that would definitely change the script a bit. I'm not calling for it. I'm not calling for it yet, I should say. maybe in time we'll see a move like that. I just think we're going to chill for a second, as is Bitcoin Cash's style, and then we'll move up. And how long I have it drawn here, this will take us until 2028. I don't think it'll be that long, but just giving you an idea. We'll probably chill for a second before seeing any kind of recovery like this. But if this does happen soon, especially if this happens, I would say by the end of the year, there's a solid chance that we just don't go below this low again, and that we are forming our next bull market, however it may look. I got nothing else for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's actually, I said I got nothing else, but let's lie. Actually, BCH BTC. BCH BTC. Looking at this here on Coinbase, you do have bullish divergence on the BCH BTC chart. Formal bullish divergence with the lower lows and higher lows in the RSI. That looks very bullish for reversal, guys. Stochastics have been oversold for a very long time. Time to move up. And the MACD, bullish divergence there. It's playing out. I mean, overall it's bearish, but the MACD is a very lagging indicator. Weekly time frame, super oversold. Very, very oversold. I mean, as far as the weekly time frame goes, we do not get oversold like this too often, man. I actually want to use this chart on the Binance chart because it just has that little bit of extra history. We look at it here. What's the difference there, though? Hold on now. We only have 2 interactions here. We're on the Coinbase chart. You have 1, 2, 3 interactions. It's because of where it started. That's why. The Binance chart will be more reliable. Because that, yeah. Okay. Anyways. Let's see. Where was I? Anytime that we get to this oversold level or below, whenever we're in this area, like here, we weren't at the low. We did go lower over months, but we were at a staging area for a massive recovery point, right? Here, whenever we were this low, did we go lower? Yes, we went lower over the months to come. Staging area for a massive bounce, right? Here at this low, were we at the low point? Yes, moved up for about a year consistently. Whenever we were here at this low, we were at the lows. We moved up pretty consistently for months to come. Whenever we get this low in the RSI, typically we're at a reversal point, a turnaround point. And here, looking at the price between BCH and BTC, it does seem as though we've got this kind of rounded bottom coming into view. It was an aggressive move down, but we're still at this area to find support, still at double bottom potential. And there's a lot of potential with this setup, man. With a double bottom on a chart like this, you really could see some stupendous recovery in a very short amount of time. That's why when we look at the BCH USD chart, even if it's not the call right now in the immediate term, it is still something to be very aware of, and why we do not sell our Bitcoin Cash, especially at these levels, because, man, you could wake up at the end of this month and we're all the way back at 421. This is a perfect time to buy. This is why I really heavily encourage people to buy at Bitcoin Cash. I've been calling all my friends, all my family members, anyone who's interested in crypto, and telling them that this is the perfect coin to buy right now. You want something that's got longevity, that'll be here in 10 years, and also is at a discount right now. This could have been the end of Bitcoin Cash's bear market. Bitcoin can go lower, and Bitcoin Cash very well could not go lower. We've got the setup for it. And if Bitcoin Cash does go lower, maybe 160 is the low. Doesn't mean that we are at the low right here. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying grand opportunity. Seize the day, seize the carp. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.